Good afternoon. I was reminded of something today, and I thought I would share. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it. It's from uscourts.gov, and it is the rule of law. Just something that I reminded myself of today, and I thought it'd be good to share. So, here it is. Bear with me. The U.S. Constitution is the nation's fundamental law. It codifies the core values of the people. Courts have the responsibility to interpret the Constitution's meaning as well as the meaning of any laws passed by Congress. In the Federalist number 78, states further that if any law passed by Congress conflicts with the Constitution ought to be preferred to the statute, the intention of the people to the intention of their agents. Open quote. Nor does the conclusion by any means suppose a superiority of the judicial to the legislative power, their equal branches. It only supposed that the power of the people is superior to both. The power of the people is superior to both. And that where the will of the legislature, declared in its statutes, stands in opposition to that of the people, declared in the Constitution, the judges ought to be governed by the latter rather than the former. They ought to regulate their decisions by the fundamental laws rather than by those which are not fundamental. The fundamental laws, which are the Constitution of the United States. The American democratic system is not always based upon simple majority rule. There are certain principles that are so important to the nation that the majority has agreed not to interfere in these areas. For instance, the Bill of Rights was passed because concepts such as freedom of religion, freedom of speech, equal treatment, and due process of law were deemed so important, barring a constitutional amendment, not even the majority should be allowed to change them. Rule of law is a principle under which all persons, institutions, and entities. Rule of law is a principle under which all persons, institutions, and entities are accountable to the laws that are publicly promulgated, equally enforced, independently adjudicated, and consistent with international human rights principles. The courts play an integral role in maintaining the rule of law, particularly when they hear the grievances voiced by minority groups or by those who may hold minority opinions. Equality before the law is such an essential part of the American system of government that when a majority, whether acting intentionally or unintentionally, infringes upon the rights of the minority group, the court may see fit to hear both sides of the controversy in court. Now, all of us being law-abiding citizens fall under that rule of law, the fundamental rule of law, which is the Constitution of the United States, which supersedes all other state laws, which trumps any situation that you may find yourself in, and has been the law of the land for the past 245 years. It's worked thus far. And if anyone wants to go ahead and check that out, it's uscourts.gov. Thank you. Have a good day.